Did you hear about this 71-year-old man who passed away quietly in his sleep just last night? His family was heartbroken. He had seemed perfectly fine the day before. No major health issues. No warnings. Just an ordinary evening like so many before it. But when morning came, he didn't wake up. It was sudden, shocking, and deeply painful for those who loved him. And it left one lingering question. Could it have been prevented? The truth is, once we reach our 70s, the body changes in subtle but important ways. Some everyday habits that once seemed harmless, like eating late at night or turning up the heat before bed, can quietly place a serious burden on our heart, our sleep, and our health overall. And often, we don't even realize we're doing anything wrong. That's why today's video is so important. We're going to gently walk through 4 common bedtime habits that many seniors still follow, not knowing how much they may be affecting their well-being. These habits might seem small, even comforting, but they can increase the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and poor sleep. And once you know what to look out for, you can take simple steps to sleep more peacefully and wake up feeling stronger, safer, and more refreshed. So please stay with me until the very end. The final mistake we'll discuss is something almost every senior does without even realizing it, and it could be silently putting you in danger each night. 1. Eating heavy meals. Too late at night. Let's begin with something many of us do without thinking, enjoying a hearty dinner late in the evening. Maybe it's a habit from years gone by when you could eat a full meal at 8 or 9 p.m. and still fall right asleep. But as we grow older, the way our bodies handle food starts to change. Digestion slows down. Metabolism becomes less efficient. A late-night meal, especially a heavy one, can quietly disturb your sleep and even your heart health. You see, when we eat close to bedtime, our bodies have to stay busy digesting instead of resting. The stomach works overtime producing acid. Your heart rate stays higher than it should. Instead of drifting into deep healing sleep, your body is stuck processing that big plate of food. This can lead to symptoms like heartburn, nighttime discomfort, a racing heartbeat that jolts you awake. Have you ever found yourself waking up in the middle of the night feeling uneasy, maybe with a burning sensation in your chest, or a sudden urge to sit up and catch your breath? It might not be a nightmare. It could be your digestive system trying to manage what you ate just an hour or 2 before bed. Over time, this kind of routine can lead to acid reflux, also known as GERD. It can damage your throat, put you at risk for a serious lung infection called aspiration pneumonia. For seniors, this can become life-threatening, and if you're living with diabetes or are at risk of it. Late-night eating can be especially dangerous. Heavy meals close to bedtime can cause sudden spikes in blood sugar, making it harder for your body to regulate glucose during sleep. This increases the risk of metabolic disorders, heart strain, and other complications. But here's the good news. This is one of the easiest habits to adjust. Try to finish your last full meal at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. That gives your body enough time to digest before you lie down. And if you really need a little something before bed, choose something light and gentle on your system. Some good options include a small piece of fruit, a few almonds, a warm cup of herbal tea to calm your body instead of challenging it. Just remember, your body doesn't process food the same way it did in your 30s or 40s, and that's perfectly okay. By respecting these changes and giving your body the rest it needs, you're taking a loving, simple step toward better sleep and better health. 2. Drinking too much liquid before bed. Staying hydrated is important. We've all heard that advice countless times, and it's true. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports your joints, digestion, circulation, and more. But here's something many people don't realize: drinking too much liquid in the evening, especially right before bed, can actually do more harm than good. Particularly as we get older. Have you noticed yourself waking up once, twice, maybe even 3 times during the night, just to use the bathroom? If so, you're not alone. This is incredibly common for people over 70. What feels like a harmless inconvenience can actually set off a domino effect of problems, ones that impact not only your sleep, but also your safety and long-term health. As we age, our bladders become less efficient at holding urine, and the muscles around them weaken. Meanwhile, our kidneys continue filtering fluids overnight. This means that even a modest glass of water before bed can leave you feeling the urgent need to go in the middle of the night. And when that urge strikes, you're forced to get up quickly often, while still half asleep. Now imagine this. It's 2 a.m. You wake up suddenly. Try to sit up and stand, but your blood pressure hasn't had time to adjust. This quick movement can trigger something called postural hypotension, a rapid drop in blood pressure that causes dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting. For older adults, that can lead to a dangerous fall. In fact, nighttime falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury in seniors. But that's not the only concern. Waking up repeatedly during the night throws off your natural sleep cycle, turning on a light, walking to the bathroom, and then trying to fall back asleep again. It all confuses your brain into thinking it's morning. Your production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall into deep, restful sleep, gets disrupted. When this happens, night after night, your sleep quality suffers quietly, but consistently. Poor sleep over time doesn't just leave you groggy. It weakens your immune system, raises your blood pressure, and has even been linked to memory loss and a greater risk of cognitive decline. Studies show that seniors who regularly experience broken sleep, especially due to frequent bathroom trips, face a higher chance of developing dementia and other memory-related conditions. But please don't take this as a message to stop drinking water altogether. Hydration still matters. It's just about timing and balance. Here's what you can do instead. Try drinking most of your fluids earlier in the day, especially between morning and mid-afternoon. As evening approaches, gradually reduce your intake. If you feel thirsty later on, it's okay to have a few small sips. Just avoid downing a full glass all at once before bed. And be mindful of other sneaky sources of liquid. Soups, juicy fruits, and even some medications contain water that can add up. Also watch out for caffeinated drinks like tea and coffee, especially in the late afternoon, since caffeine acts as a diuretic and makes you need to urinate more often. By making these simple changes, shifting your hydration schedule, cutting back in the evenings, and paying attention to what you consume, you're not just improving your sleep, you're also reducing the risk of falls, protecting your memory, and helping your body get the uninterrupted rest it deserves. 3. Sleeping in a room that's too warm. There's something comforting about a warm bedroom, isn't there? Especially as we get older, many of us like to feel cozy, maybe with the heater turned up, or a few extra blankets on the bed. It feels safe, familiar, and peaceful. But here's something that might surprise you. Sleeping in a room that's too warm can quietly harm your health, especially after the age of 70. You see, as we age, our body's ability to regulate temperature begins to decline. We don't sweat as easily, and we have a harder time releasing excess heat. That means if the room is too warm, while we sleep, our internal temperature can rise without us realizing it, and that extra warmth can place unnecessary strain on the body, particularly the heart. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling restless, sweaty, or even slightly short of breath? That's not just a sign of a bad dream. It's often your body overheating, struggling to cool itself down. When this happens, your heart works harder than it should, especially if you have existing heart conditions or high blood pressure. And it's not just about discomfort. Overheating during sleep can lead to mild dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. Dehydration thickens your blood, which in turn increases the risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes, particularly in older adults. It's one of those hidden dangers we rarely consider, yet it can quietly affect our well-being. Let's picture someone like Frank, a 74-year-old, who enjoys a warm, relaxing bedtime routine. He sets his thermostat to 75 degrees, wraps himself in thick blankets, and reads a book before falling asleep. But night after night, Frank tosses and turns. He wakes up drenched in sweat, feeling groggy and foggy the next morning. What Frank doesn't realize is that his warm sleeping environment is disrupting his natural sleep cycle, preventing him from reaching the deep restorative stages of sleep his body needs. Here's the good news. The solution is simple, and it doesn't require drastic changes. Experts recommend keeping your bedroom between 60 and 67 degrees for the best quality sleep. That might sound a little chilly at first, but it's actually the ideal range for helping your body relax and fall into deeper rest. Instead of turning up the heat, consider layering your bed with light, breathable blankets like cotton or bamboo. These materials help regulate your temperature without trapping heat. Avoid heavy or synthetic fabrics that can make you overheat. And when it comes to sleepwear, choose lightweight, moisture-wicking clothes that let your skin breathe. Another helpful tip: crack open a window or use a small fan to keep the air circulating. Not only does this help with temperature control, but it also improves air quality, making it easier to breathe and reducing the chances of nighttime coughing or congestion. Making this one small change, adjusting your bedroom environment, can have a powerful impact on your sleep. You'll wake up feeling more refreshed, your heart will rest easier, and your entire body will benefit from the deep healing rest it truly needs. 4. Sleeping in the wrong position. Most of us never really think twice about how we sleep. If it feels comfortable, that must mean it's okay, right? But the truth is, the position you sleep in can make a big difference, especially after the age of 70. For many seniors, the way they've been sleeping for years might be silently putting their health at risk. As we grow older, our bodies naturally change. Our muscles lose some of their tone. Our lung capacity may decrease, and our circulation isn't quite as strong as it once was. Lying in the wrong position for hours at night after night can start to cause real problems. It can affect your breathing, reduce your oxygen levels, and place extra pressure on your heart and blood vessels. For example, let's talk about sleeping flat on your back. It might seem like the most natural and relaxed position, and for some people it's fine. But for many seniors, sleeping on the back can actually be one of the riskiest positions. When you lie on your back, gravity causes your tongue and the soft tissues in your throat to fall backward, partially blocking your airway. This can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts while you sleep. Sleep apnea often goes unnoticed. You might not even realize it's happening, but your partner may notice you snoring, gasping, or pausing between breaths, and the effects can be serious. Increased risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even sudden cardiac arrest during the night. Take Robert, for instance. He's 76 and always preferred sleeping on his back, but his wife began noticing that he would occasionally stop breathing for a few seconds at night. At first, they both thought it was just part of aging, but over time, Robert began waking up feeling tired with morning headaches and trouble focusing during the day. It wasn't until he saw a doctor that he realized his sleeping position was quietly damaging his health. And even if you don't have sleep apnea, sleeping in certain positions can still cause harm. Did you know that sleeping on your right side might increase pressure on your heart? For seniors with existing heart issues, this can make it harder for blood to circulate properly. Over time, this may contribute to fluid buildup in the lungs or legs, a condition known as congestive heart failure. So what's the best sleeping position, especially for older adults? Experts recommend sleeping on your left side whenever possible. This position supports healthier circulation, allows the heart to pump more easily, and even helps with digestion. If you've ever dealt with heartburn or acid reflux, sleeping on your left side can also prevent stomach acid from rising into your throat, giving you a more peaceful night. Now, it can be tough to change a lifelong habit, especially one as personal as how you sleep. But there are gentle ways to help your body adjust. Try using a body pillow to keep yourself comfortably on your side through the night. You can also slightly elevate your head with a firm, supportive pillow to keep your airway open. And if you suffer from joint pain or stiffness, placing a small pillow between your knees can help keep your spine aligned and relieve pressure on your lower back. These small adjustments might seem simple, but they can make a world of difference. By sleeping in a position that supports your breathing, your heart, and your circulation, you're not just getting more restful sleep. You're actively protecting your health every single night. As we've seen today, sometimes the smallest habits, the ones we rarely think about, can have the biggest impact on our health as we age. Things like eating too close to bedtime, drinking too much liquid late in the evening, sleeping in a room that's too warm, or simply lying in the wrong position. They may seem harmless, even comforting, but over time they can quietly affect our sleep, strain our heart, and increase serious health risks without us even knowing. The good news, these risks aren't set in stone. Every single one of them can be reduced or even prevented with small, thoughtful changes to your nighttime routine. You don't have to overhaul your whole lifestyle, even adjusting just one habit tonight. Whether it's eating dinner earlier, lowering the thermostat, or gently shifting to your left side while sleeping, can make a meaningful difference. So here's my gentle challenge to you. Take a quiet moment tonight to reflect on your bedtime habits. Which of these do you recognize in your own life? Which one might you be ready to change? Remember, it's never too late to take better care of yourself. Sleep isn't just rest. It's healing. And you deserve deep, peaceful, restorative sleep every night. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this video helped you in any way, please leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned or one change you plan to make starting tonight. Your story might just inspire someone else. And if you found this video meaningful, please consider liking, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell. Your support helps us continue creating helpful, heartfelt content for people just like you. Take care, sleep well, and we'll see you in the next video.